Well, hello, Stampers. I am back and I am so sorry. I was so excited. Gerard came in after the video was done and I said, it went so well. My little microphone at the bottom is going and there's sound. So he is now enlisted to check for me. And it sounds like I'm on. So the mystery is, I thought that it was the internet and that the internet conked out. Um, but when Gerard did a test for speed, it's absolutely fine. So, then I checked on YouTube and I was going fine on YouTube at first, and all of a sudden, boom, done. It didn't stop, it didn't freeze, it just stopped completely. So, yeah. Now here's the rub. Gerard says, well, no problem, just do it again. And I said, I can't do it again because I took all my card kits. So I took a package of virtual coffee and a card kit, just like you would get in the mail. I took one with to Holland, but I don't have extra pieces of ice cream paper. So I just went crazy and squirreled.
Het ziet er goed uit, meisje.
It looks good. Okay, awesome. So what I did was I made a new card with the pansy paper because I can't make another ice cream card, but I'm going to switch. And we are going to go to this screen here, and then we're going to zoom out a little bit. Let's have a look, see. All right, so I'm going to explain the card. So here it is. It's an easel fold card. So from this angle, it looks like a regular card, but then it folds up like this. So the important thing with an easel fold card is this piece here. It has to be popped up to stop it from sliding down. Okay, so I'm going to make this card except with the pansy paper. Now, I don't have ribbon. That's another thing that I didn't bring a lot of here at all. So I have ordered some, so some is coming in. So this card isn't going to be perfect, although I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slide this ribbon off of this card and put it on the new one. There's always a way. Anyway, I'm going to make the card and then I'm going to chat. But the sad thing is that I had a whole story for you guys about, how this virtual coffee and a card works, why I do it, how you can participate.
Do it again, meisje.
And yeah, I might do it again. But in the meantime, I'll talk while I make the card. So you start with a piece of thick, basic white cardstock. It's 11 inches by 4 1/4. You score it at 5 1/2 and you score it at 2 3/4. Okay? And then it goes like you fold it in half. Whoops, it's gotten away on me. Fold it in half, like so. And then fold it so that I don't have my bone folder here. But you know what? When you don't have a bone folder, what you can do is use a block. So just give it a nice firm press. 1 and 2. And then it just goes like this. So the next piece that we have is a piece of cardstock. I've used Blackberry Bliss. This is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Then we have a piece of pansy patch paper. Isn't that so cute? It's 4 by 4. The benefit to having a 4 by 4 piece of paper, the DSP, is that you can get 9 out of a piece of 12 by 12 paper. And speaking of 12 by 12 paper, I'm doing a paper share. Okay, so if you want to try all the new paper in the catalog, but you don't want to break the bank, message me. I have a paper share. It works out to $60 and you'll get a 6 by 6 piece of every 12 by 12 piece in the new catalog. And then you get a bonus 10 pieces of the in color because I didn't include I call it the boring paper. It comes in all the color families. It's 6 by 6. It's great for basic paper, but it's nothing that's going to make you shout and sing with joy. It's really great to have on hand, but if for me, and I'm speaking personally, for me, I like the really nice specialty stuff, okay? Of course, whenever I see cards made with what I call the boring stuff, I want it too, so it is nice to have. Anyway, this is the other side, which is really pretty too. But let's get the adhesive going on this, if I can find it. I was in such a whirl. Okay, one sec. So, here I am. I'm back. You know me. It's not a Pampered Stamper video if I don't jump up and get something. So here we go. Adhesive on all 4 corners. And now if you're having trouble with your, what's this stuff called again? What is it called? Stamp and Seal. See, my brain is scrambled. Don't press hard. A light touch with this stuff and it works way, way better. Okay. And you'll see there's no fancy ring yet on my fingers. The Dutch people wear the ring on this hand. So that's the hand to look for. We are going to be looking. And I've decided that if the rings are way too crazy expensive, then I'm going to have a watch, because I don't have a watch right now. So there we go. We've put that on. And now I have a piece. See, that's another thing. I didn't have any more stitched. I didn't take the stitched rectangles with to Holland. So I had a few extras left from the last time I was here. And thankfully I have this one. It's not big enough to do the happy birthday, but it is big enough to do the thank you. So I'm going to show you the little trick that I did with the Stamparatus. So we're going to put adhesive on the back, and you're thinking, okay, there's no trick here. You're right, there isn't, not yet. But got my adhesive on the back. Now we've got the Stamparatus, which is the best tool ever. By the way, if you don't have a Stamparatus yet, or if you don't have a die cutting machine, there is an amazing deal on the starter kit. So I'm actually going to glue this to my Stamparatus pad. And now, and I've already done this in the last video, so no, I know it works. And in the last video, I had never done this before, so I wasn't sure it was going to work. Okay, so we have the thank you. I don't have any Blackberry Bliss ink here. I'm hoping I ordered some, but because I don't have Blackberry Bliss, I'm going to use black. That'll work. It's not as exciting, but it will work. Okay, so I'm off screen here. I'm going to move a few things. There. I know you guys like to actually see me do all the steps, so here we go. You always put a stamp set underneath this plate, because then it doesn't flop. Okay, so tap, 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 and a little twist and shout. And then we've got, there we go, slide it over, and a nice firm press. And let's see, yeah, that's...
Jerry Miller says virtual hugs.
Oh, virtual hugs. Thanks, guys. It is, honestly, it is so devastating when technology fails you. I said to Gerard, I said, oh my word. I said, I look so unprofessional. People are going to stop following me on YouTube. They're going to just say, well, this woman, she's never sound. There's no sound. She froze. This is awful. Look at, nice, thank you. And look at this. So I was saying that, see, it just peels right off. There we go. Nice. It's so important. I would love it so much if you shared on either on Facebook or on YouTube. If you share my videos, that helps me so much. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pop it up right in the middle of this panel. And we're going to use some dimensionals, and I'm going to put them right where that tape was. Normally, if I was doing this at home, I would have saved the negative from the stitched rectangles, and I would have just popped this one in. Or I would have stamped it first and then cut. But taping it to the Stamparatus seems to be a great little trick. Okay, so I'm going to put that right in the middle of this cute paper. And now I had this already stamped out. So this little saying is from the hydrangea set. Okay, and I do appreciate all the little things you do. I appreciate it so much when you guys leave a comment like that. It really warms my heart. So, oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. So Gerard has me on his phone, so now I can see you're talking. And Jenny, thanks. We're yeah, the engagement. I mean, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we're really excited. I had no idea when I was picking out those roses what he had in mind. So yeah, it was a nice surprise. I was expecting, like, we often do such cool things. Like, we go to really neat places. Now, because of COVID, that isn't as possible. So I was expecting my romantic Gerard to not propose at home in the kitchen dining room. So he caught me totally off guard. Besides, he was kind of dressed up and I wasn't, which is totally unfair. But you know what? haven't stopped smiling since, and neither has he. So he himself, like, and you have to appreciate that in Dutch culture, people are kind of shocked that we got engaged. Like, they don't do that. People don't get married here anymore. They just live together, and if they're really serious, they get what's called a geregistreerde partnership. Did I say that right? Partnerschap? Partnership.
Yeah.
Whatever. A registered partnership. And so he thought, well, you know, he loves me, but the wedding, the marrying part is really more me. And he was shocked at how tickled pink, how giddy with joy he was after he proposed. So that's a very good sign. was happy to hear it. So I'm putting this down about halfway in the card, and that's the bumper. It stops the card. It keeps the card up where it's supposed to go. So now I want to put this here. You could put it here too, but then when you close it, it looks kind of weird. So I want it so that when it's closed, this is at the top. Okay, so that means I only put 2 strips of glue at the bottom. Okay, so we'll do that. And now I have to make sure I've got it right. Okay, so 1 and, oh, now it's not doing it. I'm pressing too hard. I'm not keeping my own. And I'm going to put another one in between just because I want this. See, it's only a third of the card has adhesive, so I want it to be strong. So now I'm just going to lay this. Oh, now I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh yeah, this has to be at the top. Right. There. So that has to be at the top. And then we're going to take some ribbon and tie it around here. So my card is looking pretty boring right now, but we're going to steal the ribbon off of this card. This reminds me of when I was first a demo, which is more than 15 years ago, and I would go to people's houses, okay, to do a workshop. And inevitably, it's amazing how much stuff you have to take with. I would forget something, and I had to take apart cards. I'm just going to bend this a little bit like that, like this. So I'm mutilating my card a little bit, but that works. And see, and now I have ribbon. So you know what? Who was that guy in England that did that? He stole from the rich to give to the poor.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. See?
Robin Hood.
Ah, good thing Gerard is here to help me along. All right, so this card is not finished yet. I took the time to cut out some pansies from the paper. Isn't this just so pretty? Oh yeah, and the pink one looks nice there. And then I have a yellow one too. Isn't that so pretty? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I wrestled this card together. Gerard, how long did it take me to put all the pieces together?
Not even 10 minutes.
No.
No.
I had to decide, and the hardest part was deciding which stamp set to use, which paper. Okay, so this is going to go here. And you have a little bit of wiggle room. You can go off the edge of your card a wee little bit, and it'll still fit in the envelope. And that is such a cool trick because it looks so nice when things are off the edge just a little bit. Okay. So, and you guys can say thank you to Gerard because he's the one that encouraged me and said, come on, do it again, do another one. I'm like, oh, I'm mad. I don't want to do it. I said, I can't do it. I don't have any more ice cream paper. And so I said, okay. I said, well, then I thought, okay, I guess I can do it. I just have to use other paper. And so now you get to see the pansy patch paper too. So there we go. Isn't that nice? So that is an easel fold card. So now that's the easel fold card with the pansies. And here is the easel fold card with the ice cream paper. And you'll see this ice cream cone here. See how it's got a flat edge? You don't have to waste those ice cream cones that are on the edge of your paper. You can still use them like this. And then I popped one up so that they kind of look like they're waiting for you. You know when you go to the ice cream shop and they put your cones on the counter and they're waiting and it looks so nice and you can't wait to taste it, but you first have to pay? Yeah. So these cards are wonderful. Now the ice cream bundle, you know what? I'm going to switch to here. Yeah, now you can see me. The ice cream bundle is back ordered right now. It should be available at the end of the month. The same thing with the sweet strawberry. Now the sweet strawberry class, I still have 5 spots available. And it's an amazing virtual coffee and a card class. Now, mind you, I think my coffee and a card classes are all nice. I will never do a card that I don't think is beautiful. But the June one has a bonus because there's like, oh, Marlise is watching too, and Audrey. You're right, Danny. Gerard is amazing. Like he's so in tune with what I do and so supportive of my business. It's amazing. Yeah. The Pansy DSP is really, really nice. And so now you got to see it. So that's good. Anyway, back to the strawberry bundle. Yeah, so there's 4 fancy cards in that. So lots of prepping for my darling friend Yvonne who's cutting for me. So there's a waterfall card, a pocket fold card, a joy fold card, a Z fold card, and then the last plain card has, I think, 3 different edges cut out with the basic border dies. So that's $25. if you want all the card pieces sent to you. And I have to say, it's kind of like ordering takeout. It's instant gratification. You just open your little envelope and you can play along with me. So every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube, if it goes well. If it doesn't go well, then there will be no sound and I will freeze.
Do it again.
But the squirrel always comes back, especially with Gerard at her side, to give a little poke. It will happen. And so thank you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your feedback and your encouragement and your sticking with me, because I can understand that it's really frustrating on your end as well. So together we will persevere. I hope you join in. And if you don't, that's absolutely fine. You can watch the videos, and then afterwards, if you decide that you like the products and you want to get them because they are worth the investment, in my YouTube videos, there is a link. If you click on see more or whatever, then there's a list of products. If you click on them, you'll be taken to my store. Now, mind you, sadly, those links only work in Canada for Canadians. But my tutorials, I've got a written tutorial. You can buy them anywhere in the world. So I hope you support me that way. I love it. I love it that I can do my business anywhere. And it's Gerard's happy too, because I'm not just sitting and twiddling my thumbs waiting for him to come in from work, because I'm busy here. So I'm thankful for COVID, that it has forced me to do my business online, because you know this crazy squirrel. In the past, I tried to do it all. So I would keep doing my in-person classes and go online, and it was too much. So I do hope to treat you with an in-person class once in a while when I'm home, but it certainly won't be every week anymore. But I know I have a very talented team all across Canada who I'm sure would love to do coffee and a card with you in person. So there you have it. Check out the Fab 4 event that's happening on June 4th. I am thinking that my bingo is going to be postponed to June sometime, and there's two reasons for that. Not a lot of people, it hasn't been an official sign up, and I think that's confused people. So if you order online with me using the host code that starts with an E, I can't tell you the whole thing, that's all I remember. The code is in the bingo event. Then you get to play bingo for free, and there's awesome prizes. So I just thought people would be all over that. So the perspective from my end and from your end is totally different. You're probably thinking this crazy squirrel keeps throwing things at us. There's too much to choose from. We don't know what she's doing. And I'm thinking, oh my word, this is such a fun event. They hardly have to pay a thing. They just have to order some new product, which they're going to do anyway, because the catalog is live. There's all new colors. There's so much fun stuff to choose from. $40 is nothing. And then I'm like, they're not doing it. Like, what? Anyway, so you know what? Keeping that in mind, I always like your feedback. Private message me and say, Jackie, you know what? I think this is getting old. You should try something new. Or I would love to see you do this kind of class. Because you know what? We just kind of guess on our end as demos. You know, what would they like? So, yeah.
And second reason,
What is the second reason? I forget already.
you might be going to stay a little longer.
Right. Oh, yeah. The second reason is that I might stay in Holland a little bit longer. And then my cards for the bingo are at home. And mail is really slow. I mailed Rachel a birthday card. Rachel's 22. My baby is 22 today. And I mailed my mother a Mother's Day card, and they haven't gotten them yet. So, and since, it looks like the battery of this laptop is almost dead. So I am keeping an eye on things. Yeah, Ontario's still in lockdown, and I'm kind of hoping that whole quarantine hotel thing will change. I don't want to have to pay the fine, but I don't want to go into the quarantine hotel for $1,000 either. So I thought, even my parents said, just stay a little longer in Holland. And I asked Rachel, and she said, yeah, Mom, it's fine. So, yeah. So I think I probably will do that. Anyway, thank you guys. It's so nice to see your comments, and I hope that you're inspired with this card. Now I can blog about the pansy card. So you know what? When bad things happen, you know, it can be turned to good. And that's very biblical, because God promises us that He changes the bad things to good things. He's amazing at that. And we have seen that in our lives. And yeah, so once again, testimony to that. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a super day. I'm going to flip you to the end screen that says thank you, because then I have to fiddle and turn everything off and do all that fun stuff. Okay? So I hope you like the cards. I look forward to your feedback, and I'm so happy you joined me. And if you want, I can't remember if I said it in this video or the other one, I am offering a paper share. Did I say that this time? I did not. Okay. So the way a paper share works is that I take all the 12 by 12 paper that's in the annual catalog, I chop it into 6 by 6. So you'll get a 6 by 6 piece of all the regular DSP. Okay, that's designer series paper. It doesn't include all the 6 by 6 in the color families. It does accidentally include the 6 by 6 Christmas paper because I didn't realize it was 6 by 6. So you'll get all the paper. It's $60 for porch pickup, and if I need to mail it to you anywhere in Canada, I will do it with as cheap as possible mailing rate. Okay, so let me know. There is an event on Facebook, but you can message me too if you can't find it. All right, I think that's it. I'm doing a ribbon share as well, but so far no interest in that, so I haven't ordered the ribbon. The paper is all coming in on Friday, and then I'm hopefully going to have my people in Canada chop it up for me and maybe even mail it. So it's nice to have my people on the other side of the pond, so to speak. All right, guys, that's it for now. Have a wonderful day.